there, it's Megan here with my dog Laika. I just finished a run and I'm putting together a short stretch practice for you. So you'll want a block handy if you have a block. And we'll start out just coming into pyramid pose. So feet hip-width distance apart. Step that left foot forward, right foot back a little bit. And then your hips are pointed forward and you're going to hinge from the hips, keeping a nice long spine, thinking about your head reaching forward. And then you can use the block at whatever height works for you. High, low, or even a little lower. It's got 3 levels. And then placing the right hand on the block and allowing the spine to curl on down with your exhale. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, curling down. And then holding the stretch here, you can bring your hands to the floor if that's accessible to you. And breathe. And then we're going to come into a low lunge from your pyramid simply by stepping that right foot back, bending into the left knee, and planting the hands on the floor. And you can keep the knee lifted or you can drop the knee, your choice. If the knee is lifted, think about shining forward from the chest. And then if that knee is lifted, we're going to bring it down to the mat and we're shift the weight back, stretching out that front hamstring again. Inhale, rocking forward. Exhale, rocking back. Hold that stretch. And then shifting the weight back forward, lifting the back knee. And we'll come through a down dog. You can move your block out of the way. Planting the hands, stepping that foot back, and then rising from the tail, shifting the weight back. Downward facing dog, walking out the calves. And taking a couple of deep breaths here. And then we'll switch sides, bending the right knee this time, bringing it through into that low lunge. Back knee can be lifted, or you can bring it on down to the mat. And then if you are lifted, go ahead, bring that knee down, shifting the weight back. Inhale, exhale, shift it back forward. And if you have 2 blocks, you can even use the blocks here to bring the ground up closer to you. And then coming on back, hold the stretch here. And exhale, walk the hands forward, come back into that low lunge. And then we're going to shift the left foot in a little bit. Coming to narrow our stance and straighten the legs. Having that block handy. We're going to go right into our pyramid on the other side. So finding your balance here, rising up. And then hinging from the hips, nice long spine. Coming forward, placing the left hand on the block. And then go ahead and melt the spine down. And then lengthen the spine. And exhale, folding it forward. You can bring the hands to the ground. Then breathe here. And on your next exhale, we're simply going to bring that back foot forward, spread the feet out, hip width distance, maybe sway side to side. And then roll it on up. We're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold, stretching out those inner thighs. Toes are pointed inwards slightly, feet are out wide. You can use your block again, placing that between your feet. And then again, hinging from the hips, nice long spine, leading with the crown of the head. And then finding the block or the floor and go ahead and melt into that forward fold. Your knees can have a soft bend to them. And then if it feels good to bring some movement into this, you can start shifting your weight side to side, bending into one knee and then the other. And when you're satisfied here, we're going to come into a yogic squat, or you can simply come down onto your seat. If you want to go through the squat, toe heel your feet in a little closer, and then using your hands to help guide you back into your squat. So you can be right here in your squat, stretching out the inner thighs, or you can simply come to a seat, lengthening the legs out and stretching the hamstrings a little more. If you aren't already, go ahead and have a seat, lengthen those legs out long. We'll come into a spinal rotation and a little bit of a glute stretch. Bending that right knee, drawing it in. You can either leave it right here or cross that leg over the other, hugging it with your left elbow, and then we'll open to the right, twisting from the spine, and then gently resting the right hand behind you. If you want even more of a stretch for the glute, you can hug that knee in close. Breathing. And then releasing the legs, stretch it out, give the legs a little shake. And we'll switch sides. Drawing the left knee in, either keeping it in line with the other leg or crossing over. Wrapping with the right arm and rotating from the spine to the left. And And then releasing that stretch, lengthen the legs out long, give them one more shake. And our last move, we'll just roll out the spine. So coming to the top of your mat, bend the knees, grabbing from the shins, and we'll roll it back. All right, so if you're wanting more, go ahead and check out my core video for a little abdominal strengthening. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for sharing your time. Namaste.